throughout not just New York, but the entire country. Not nearly enough has been done to help our small businesses survive the pandemic, and now we're starting to feel even more dramatically the consequences of that inaction. Finally, you're seeing big stories in the New York Times, Bloomberg News, Associated Press that as many as a third of small businesses may never reopen because of what's happened and because of the fact that they have not gotten enough assistance from their governments. I proposed a couple of months back, working with my Small Business Advisory Council, many of them are here today, that we should forgive their rent for 3 months. If we force their businesses to shut down, why are we still insisting that they pay rent for a business that's not operating? Let's give them at least that help. By the way, that alone is not enough, but at least that would be something to allow them to keep functioning now as we start to slowly reopen and they're getting some income. We can slowly get back to a normal state in the next few months. So we're going to keep trying to do it. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get that bill passed originally, but more and more as people are realizing the scope of the problem, we're getting more and more support for this kind of aggressive response. It's going to be necessary sooner or later. It should have already been done. And now, unfortunately, it's going to be the death of some of these businesses that is going to make some people in government realize that we have to take this kind of action. So I want you to hear from some of the businesses themselves. And we're going to start with Roseanne McSorley, who heads my Small Business Advisory Council, and we are in front of her business here, Catch, which has been a great mainstay during this difficult time.
Hi guys. So I'm a mother of 2 children. I own a business with my husband, Catch Astoria. I'm a woman, and we need help in Astoria, Queens. We need help in the city. We aren't going to be able to carry the load of running small businesses the way that it's been, right? The senator has been a voice for us in Western Queens. I help him run the Business Advisory Committee. We've been meeting with him. He didn't just show up here today. He's been meeting with us monthly for the last year and change, helping us with all of our issues, and then along comes COVID, right? We're getting killed. Every corner here has a closed business. We are the last man standing on this street. Our landlords are trying to work with us, but they have bills as well. We have 3 and 4 months of rents piling up, our Con Edison bills, our supply bills. We just can't survive. We need targeted relief. There was a letter written to Congress by many large CEO and companies last week or this week, and they've said this is going to be catastrophic. There is a catastrophic wave coming. The businesses are going, small businesses are going away. We will not exist anymore. I'm a mother and I need to take care of my family, and I've invested in this community and I want to be here for them. These are all my friends, right? We are all colleagues. We don't work against each other, we work together. And we are closing. Our businesses are closing. The senator is our voice. He started with this when it happened in March and said, look, we need to look at not deferring rent, but forgiving your bills. Forgiving your bills. You're not going to be able to stay open, and we aren't. So we need to kill the virus, not small businesses. Don't kill small businesses. Please. Every other politician has not paid any attention to us. From council members up, the only person that is standing with us is right here. And he's told us he's here to support us and he's fighting for us. But somebody needs to listen to us. Governor Cuomo, stop talking. We love Matilda, but stop talking. We need your help. Stop telling us what we should be doing. Stop dictating and get into the trenches and work with us. You need a plan for small businesses. I want to thank the senator and his staff. They're always here for us. And he's trying to support us, but we need the support. We need Albany to hear us. We need the White House to hear us. I want to thank you guys for being here.
Thank you, Roseanne. Roseanne is lucky. She does have a landlord that's working with her. A lot of other businesses are not so fortunate and are getting squeezed every day to pay rents with money that doesn't exist and that they don't have. Next, we're going to hear from Sean Dixon of Otis and Finn Barbershop.
Hi, good morning. I'm Sean Dixon and I'm the owner of Otis and Finn Barbershop. We have 3 shops, 2 in Long Island City and 1 in Greenpoint, Brooklyn. We have 13 barbers who work across those 3 shops with us. The point that I wanted to make is that small businesses operate as much like a family as they do businesses. People don't really start small businesses to get rich. The reason I started my business was because my partner and I saw a need and a community that we loved. We wanted to create an inclusive, welcoming space for all members of our community to come together, to be together, to meet their neighbors. The people we see every day are our friends who became our clients and our clients who became our friends. The same thing goes for the people who work with us. So that's why when the governor and the mayor called on us to close our business indefinitely this year as part of the pause program, we did that. We did that in the name of public health. We did that for our communities. We did that for our workers, even though it meant we were going to endure an extreme amount of uncertainty for us, for them, and for the businesses that we've worked hard to build together. We went over 3 months, 95 days, with almost no revenue at all. But we did that because we believed our leaders when they said, we're in this together. But now here we are, 5 months later, having put thousands of dollars back into our business to reopen, and like many of our neighbors, 3 months behind on rent, and small businesses have been left alone holding the bag. We're being asked to carry the burden of jumpstarting this city and ultimately this country's economy on our own backs. We're being asked to eat our losses and figure out by ourselves how to pay back 3 months' rent. Figure out by ourselves how to pay future rent running on limited capacity, when we were told we're in this together. I think if you ask most small businesses what it is that keeps them going, it's not that they see they're going to make it in the future. We're too far behind on rent. Winter's right around the corner and there is no certainty for us. Most of us are running on hope. Hope that our leaders will live up to their promise that we're in this together. But with each passing day and each new rent bill due, I can tell you hope is running out. Time is running out. Every morning that I wake up to news that another local business that we work with, a local business that we partner with, has decided they're too far behind, that the projections just don't add up, and they've got to go under for good. What's happening to us is not fair. It's not right. We lived up to our end of the bargain. We closed our doors so this city could stay alive. So now to let us and our neighbors fail for doing what we were asked is wrong. It is immoral. It is unconscionable. We're calling on our leaders to step up now, today, not tomorrow, and do their part to make this situation right. Rent relief, and rent is one of the biggest challenges that we all face, would go a long way towards doing that and making this right. It would go a long way towards helping our small businesses survive, our communities survive, and letting us continue our way of life. I want to thank my colleagues and small business owners for pushing ahead. I know there are days when you think it might be easier to walk away from it all, but the community needs you, your workers need you, New York needs you, and I know that's why you keep going. And I particularly want to thank Senator Gianaris for being a leader on this issue, for standing with small businesses, for hearing us when we needed to be heard, and for fighting for rent forgiveness so that we can survive.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Jennifer Gualatuna. I have a small family business here with my family in Astoria, Queens for 30-something years now. We have a school bus company, and we obviously are still waiting for September to hit to see if we even start working. It's been about going into 6 months. Other companies are here 3, 4, but we are going into 6 to 7 months already. And our landlord is already bothering and insisting that we give him the money that we owe, and it's over $5,000 that we don't have. We have not made 1 cent. As much as we tried to ask for help or anything, nothing has come through. The unemployment money and the PUA money that me and my family all have gathered up for our family had to be used for our business. So not 1 dime has pretty much been saved up on our end, and now we're running out of our own money. There's no business money. There's nothing coming in. We don't know if September's going to start, and we're about to tell the landlord of September if anything happens and we don't begin service, we can't continue. Unfortunately, then we have to give the bad news to our customers as well. The families out here in the area that's been here with us for 30 over years. And unfortunately, we don't know what we're gonna do. We're left up in the air. We keep asking for help. We're still here, standing in front of you now, asking for more help. Loans are not enough. And obviously there's some companies like our insurance company that expected our money to be given to them in March when this all happened, paid off over 10 grand, and now they still won't even give us to reimburse or to extend to help us out. There's some companies out there that are not even giving us the help we need. We need more help from people. We need your help. This is not a joke. This is why we're here early in the morning, asking, begging, pleading, assisting, doing whatever we can to support each other. Please, this is right now our end. We're about to approach September. We don't know what else to do. We're asking everyone to help us make noise, to let the Albany know, let everyone know that we need your assistance. Thank you, and I hope that we can make this work together. Thank you, Senator, as well, for everything.
But they each represent a number of employees that work there. These are hundreds of jobs represented by the people standing with me, and there's tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, throughout the city that are in the same position. These businesses fail, those jobs disappear too, and that just makes it worse for everybody, not just for the business owners. And that also goes for not-for-profits. So I want to also ask Sheila Lewandowski to come join us. She runs the Chocolate Factory Theater.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you. My name is Sheila Lewandowski. I'm Executive Director of the Chocolate Factory Theater in Long Island City, Queens. And on March 13th, many other businesses, we shut our doors. We had a show that was in production. The artists had been in residence for 3 weeks. The set sat there, empty, costumes strewn on the floor, lights hung, no audience, no artists, for 3.5 months. They've only just been able to collect their things because it was safe enough to go in. We had 6 other shows that were scheduled between that time and between the end of June. They've all had to be canceled. And we paid all the artists, even though we had no box office, even though our grants have been cut, even though we're expecting more grants from the city and state to be cut because of the financial situation. Yet our rent continues. Our electric has gone up, our major medical has gone up, our regular insurance bills have gone up, and these all have to be paid. Now, the thing I think about rent is we're all suffering. All these businesses, all businesses, theaters, restaurants, yet what does the council do? No, not to make sure that we're also putting things on the table. At least the MTA is operating. If that's something this community still has a voting production from as well. But they need to come to the table. They need to say, we'll give a little. And cancel rent is one of the only ways they need to be forced to do it, because they're not going to do it if they're not forced to do it. And they have said that. They can apply to their insurance companies for relief after it is cut. We need help. You want arts to stay here? You want...
What about the employees? Let's talk about the employees. I'm just one person that owns a business in the community with about 20 employees. They haven't been able to work for how many months? We don't know what the future's going to bring going forward. The real frustration is how long it's going to continue. Whether we have 5 months now, if we knew it was only 5 months, maybe we could figure out a way to recoup. There's no way to know when this is going to end. There seems to be no light at the end of the tunnel. Now the landlord comes after us, looking for the money. A, we don't have it. If they evict us, who's going to take over the space? So this community I've been a part of for 30 years. It's going to fall apart. People are already moving out. My employees won't come back to work. Businesses won't take the spaces that are empty. So I think it's been abandoned. It's frustrating. We feel like we're doing the right thing. We're trying to survive. And now there's no help. We need help. Thank you.
We're trying to convince more and more people to be supportive. And as we speak, I think unfortunately the more that the problems are realized, the more that the predictions many of us have made about the catastrophe that's coming are realized, that we'll get more and more support at that point. But we shouldn't have taken that to get this.
So, this will say 90 days, right? Would that be like a specific timeline, or when are they gonna?
When the bill was first written, it was intended to be 90 days from the beginning of the emergency. Obviously, we're past that point now. So if we we get to the point where the bill is passed, it will probably be amended to clarify exactly what's going to be doing.
Just for small businesses or for those that are?
The bill covers residential and small businesses alike, and it also provides for mortgage relief for small homeowners also, because we do understand that there are some people who have to pay bills on the homeowner side. But those are the people that are most in need. The idea is, let's start at the bottom of the economic ladder. Let's start with tenants, these small businesses, the residential tenants, and provide some relief for small landlords, and push the economic problem up to those who can handle it and can afford it. There's economic loss here. It's catastrophic. We all know that. The point is, who's going to suffer and who's going to bear the burden of it. And right now, all of the burden is on the people who can handle it least. And the people who are rich are getting richer every day. We read about it. They're billions of dollars richer today than they were 3-4 months ago. So let's ask them to bear the burden and save the businesses.